What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to this Anfield Agenda Bournemouth preview. As a bit of a change, I'm going to go and give you the 11 I want to see and my score prediction. Normally what I do is I try and figure out the 11 I think Kloppo will go with, but this week I want to change it up because I think we need to make some changes. This video is being sponsored by our friends at Spitch, the best fantasy football manager game on the App Store, bar none. Why is it the best? You don't have to commit to an entire season. You can play individual game weeks if you want, choosing a brand new team every single weekend. Right now there's a new season mode where you can win up to £50,000, and there's even a free season mode with prizes of up to £2,500. Seasons mode is based on 34 game weeks and only your best 5 are counted at the end of the season. There's tons of stats and analytics available inside the app to help you choose your team and give you the best chance of winning. If the money and the gameplay wasn't enough to tempt you, how about Jurgen Klopp being an ambassador for Spitch this season? If it's good enough for Mr. Klopp, it's good enough for me. You must be 18 years or over to play. Use our link in the description below to download Spitch and win money with your football knowledge. Normally, this is a game that I would expect us to go out there and win very convincingly. Against Bournemouth, they're usually a team that likes to come and have a go, and that usually suits how we play. I don't remember many games against Bournemouth where they've sat back, defended deep and looked to hit us, so I'm hoping that trend continues. If we were to handpick a fixture to try and get confidence back up, Bournemouth at home would probably be one of the ones, no disrespect intended to Bournemouth as a club, but it would be one that I would say, yeah, let's go with that please. So I am expecting a performance. I am expecting a win. Nothing but a win will do, although I feel like I said that against United and, well, that didn't work out too well, did it? We've 2 points from 9. That is unacceptable for us. Champions League draw, of course, has taken place. I'm sure, as you guys know, where we've got a relative, well, is it a relatively easy group? It is a group. It's a group that I think we should be topping. We've got Ajax, we have got Napoli, and of course we've got Glasgow Rangers. So some interesting fixtures there, and I'm sure that you guys have your thoughts on that. And look, I've recorded a video reaction to that already. So let's get stuck into this, and I'm going to go with my score prediction first. And look, I know I've probably got no right to be predicting a win like this, but I'm going for a 3-0 Liverpool win. Maybe more of hope than expectation. Do you know what? Yeah, probably is, but we've got to win. We've got to win, and we've got to start keeping clean sheets. So, what have I gone for with my team selection? Well, as you can see from the image on the screen, I'm sticking with the 4-3-3 because I don't think we quite have the personnel to start shaking that up yet for going for maybe a 4-2-3-1 or something like that. So, with that in mind, goalkeeper and centre backs. Well, look, it's exactly as you probably expected me to go with. Alisson in goal, Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez. Van Dijk obviously had a bit of a moment in the Manchester United game. Himself and James Milner, well, I won't want to say they were trading insults, but they certainly had a heated conversation where Milner was letting him know he should have been out there blocking that shot. Joe Gomez coming back in. This is his chance. Joe's been looking for an opportunity to establish himself back in the first team setup in the centre-back position. Signed his new contract, and with Kanade and Matip being unavailable, great chance for Joe here to show that maybe he should be the one long-term to partner Virgil van Dijk. So that's what I'm expecting to see at centre-back. Full-back positions. This is where I want to change. We don't really have a change to make it right back, and if I did, I would be making it because I don't think Trent has been up to his own high standards. He hasn't been good enough, but we can make a change at left back, and I would like to see that made. I think an attack-minded wing back or attack-minded full back is Kostas Tsimikas. We want to attack and win this game. Surely Kostas has to start. I'm baffled that he took till the 85th minute to get him on against Manchester United, and even more baffled that he never got off the bench against Real Madrid. We were chasing that game as well. So for me, if ever there was a good opportunity for Jurgen Klopp to rest Robbo, and I don't like to slag off Robbo or Trent, they're amazing and they've given us unbelievable memories over the years and will give us many more moving forward, but you do have to pick people based on form, and Robbo's form hasn't been great, so I'd like to see Costa start, and I think, you know, his marauding runs down that left side as well as Diaz, and you know, I just think it's the right time, right team, right time. Let's go with it and see what we have. We've another game, of course, coming up on Wednesday against Newcastle, and maybe the manager can revert back to Robbo for that one. But for this one, I'd like to see a back four, Trent on the right, Gomez, Van Dijk and Kostas Tsimikas at left back. Now we move into midfield. The area of the pitch where we are in most trouble. The area of the pitch that we all hope before the transfer window slams shut on September the 1st at 11 p.m. we make a signing. But until then, this is what I'd like to see for this game. Fabinho back in the 6, Fabio Carvalho on the left and Harvey Elliott on the right. Now, people may point out to me and say, Craig, you said that you wouldn't like to see Fabio Carvalho and Harvey Elliott play together in the midfield until they became a bit more used to each other. And I did say that. But extraordinary times, my friends, call for extraordinary measures. And the other option to this is to probably not start Carvalho and move Henderson in there, or not play Elliott as a midfielder, move him up top and put Henderson in there. I'd like to see us have one holding midfielder in Fabinho, which should be more than enough at home to Bournemouth. And I'd like to see us concentrate on sticking the ball in the net as many times as possible, penning Bournemouth in and attacking with as much intent as we can. And I think that midfield of Fabio Carvalho and Harvey Elliott ahead of Fabinho gives us far more options to do that. Again, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think I've been too harsh on Milner? Am I being too harsh on Jordan Henderson? Or maybe you think that Henderson should play in the 6 and Fabinho should remain on the bench like he started against United? Because let's be fair, Fabinho's form hasn't been as good as it usually has in recent times. But all being said, this is the midfield that I'd like to see. Fabio Carvalho on the left, Fabinho in the 6 and Harvey Elliott on the right. Up top, not really many options, is there? You know, we've got no Diogo Jota. Darwin's still serving his suspension. He'll be back after the Newcastle game. So we'll start in the wide positions. Obviously, Luis Diaz on the left-hand side, Mohamed Salah on the right-hand side. You know, some people may want Mohamed Salah centrally and Elliott on the right side of attack. I can understand that way of thinking. For me, though, again, it's the right opposition, and I feel like we're going to spend more time attacking than defending. So with that in mind, Diaz on the left and Mohamed Salah on the right. And I'm hoping that Mohamed Salah can keep banging in goals and that Diaz can maybe pull another worldie out like he did recently. So, look, there's not many options either, let's be honest here. So, who goes through the centre then? Firmino, and that's my one consolation, or that's my one point that I have to admit. Ideally, I wouldn't be playing Firmino here. I wouldn't, because he doesn't deserve to play based on form, if I'm being honest. You know, Klopp says he's looked great in training and Bobby's my favourite player, but he hasn't been great when I've seen him on the pitch. And I think it's more the case that we don't really have anybody else available that I'm going to put Bobby through the centre. If Jota was back, in a heartbeat, Jota would be through there. If Darwin wasn't suspended, in a heartbeat, Darwin would be through there. So, as I said earlier on, I'm hoping we spend more time attacking in this game than defending. And with that in mind, I'd like to see Roberto Firmino through the centre. Maybe he scores a goal. Maybe his confidence levels go up. I don't know. But I tell you what I do know. I don't want to see Bobby Firmino where he was a lot of the time in the first half against United, which was deep inside our half trying to link up play. Because when he dropped deep, United's defenders weren't falling for it. They weren't coming with him, and it wasn't creating any space in behind. So, for me, look, that's the 11. Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Costas at left back, Van Dijk and Gomez, 2 centre backs, Fabinho in the 6, Fabio Carvalho on the left, Harvey Elliott on the right, Mohamed Salah, Bobby Firmino and Luis Diaz. That's the 11 that I hope takes to the park against Bournemouth. It is a 3 p.m. kickoff. A lot of people are going to be asking where you can watch the games. I'm lucky. In Ireland, Premier TV or Premier Sports have picked this for the 3 p.m. kickoff. We get one game each week. Got lucky that this is the one that they're showing, so I will be able to do the watch along. I'll be starting from 2 p.m. on Twitch as always, and then we'll have a match reaction show with Mr. Paddy Murphy as well. Yeah, so look, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know any changes or alterations you'd make. Let me know what you think of the Champions League draw, and also let me know what you think of the transfer situation. I know that there's been some stories doing the rounds about Frankie de Jong. I would have no problem having de Jong at Liverpool. He's an incredibly gifted footballer, but I don't see FSG paying the type of wages that he's currently on at Barcelona and the type of wages that Manchester United would be willing to pay. I don't see us doing that. So, unfortunately, I don't see that one happening. But, fingers crossed, something happens before the window shuts. Talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.